Hi, everyone, and welcome to the UC Davis Global Learning Hub series of info sessions. This one is about how to navigate our website so that you can find programs and opportunities that are great for you. So you may or may not have heard, but the Global Learning Hub is an office on campus that strives to connect you with all kinds of different global learning activities before you graduate. And global learning is important because the world is getting increasingly interconnected, and it's increasingly important that we know how to work with people from different cultures and backgrounds, how to solve complex global problems. And so all of our opportunities are programs that prepare you to engage in a totally interconnected and exciting world. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is our Discover Programs tool. Our programs, as you might notice, are divided into four main areas. Those are also the four areas that you can see right here on the landing page. These four areas, study abroad, global internships and research, community engagement, and global skills and leadership, are essentially ways to look for programs based on theme. So the first one being study abroad, these are programs where you will get UC Davis units for your experience. Study abroad programs are all around the world on almost all the continents, as well as we have some virtual ones as well. Now, most of these programs, you'll see these first four boxes, are all UC Davis classes right out of the general catalog. And you're getting Davis units, and you sign up just like you would in Schedule Builder, but you're going abroad with a Davis professor and Davis students. Or in the case of our virtual programs, you're getting Davis units online, but engaging globally with employers from different countries and companies from different regions of the world. Our summer abroad programs are opportunities where you can take one core class like Biology 101 or English 159 or any of these major courses abroad with a faculty that really knows that area and loves that field. Summer internships are about 5 to 8 weeks over the summer, and they're a great resume builder to get experience in a variety of different areas. And then quarter abroad are a whole set of Davis classes during spring or fall quarter. You could do a year's worth of language in Spain or Argentina. You could do a year's worth of pharmaceutical chemistry in Taiwan. Lots of different opportunities there. And then the UC Education Abroad program is an opportunity for you to enroll at a bunch of different universities all around the world. And you can take classes at the National University of Singapore or Oxford in England or all kinds of cool places, and they'll all count as UC units, and they'll show up on your transcript. They're not transfer units, so that's pretty cool. You just need to work with your major department to ensure the classes that you take will count for your major or for GEs or whatever it is that you're interested in. So going back to these other areas, we have three other kind of buckets beyond just study abroad. The next one is global internships and research. And like I said, there's a little bit of overlap here, so we're going to highlight our study abroad internships here for you, but we also want to highlight some other internships where they might not be credit bearing, but they're really cool opportunities, such as funded ones where you might get a stipend or pay to do internships around the world, research-based internships where you can be working in labs or doing field research, and more virtual internships beyond just the ones we highlighted before in a ton of different areas all around the world. And then Going Global is a really cool opportunity. It's like a LinkedIn or an Indeed search tool where you can look for jobs and internships in every country around the world, in every language and every subject area. So that's internships and research. Community engagement really highlights and pulls out our programs that focus on the ability to work alongside a community to implement a project or learn about how communities operate and do things where they live. And so a really popular one we have here is our Blum Center for Developing Economies, where students can apply for grants and implement a poverty alleviation project anywhere around the world, not just in developing countries, also here in the United States. There's a lot of shorter term global learning projects where you can implement these skills, as well as the same thing. We have virtual service learning and volunteering opportunities. And so that's what you can find in that section. And then the last one is global skills and leadership. And these are programs that highlight your ability to understand what global learning is, how to articulate global experiences and connect you around the world. And so that might include our mentorship program where you can work with international students here on campus, or maybe you are an international student and you want to welcome other international students to campus and teach them about culture in the United States and culture at UC Davis. There's certificate series, there's professional development workshops, and a lot of these are held right now online, but in general on the UC Davis campus. So these, some of these you might fly to Asia for a couple weeks over the summer for an institute where you learn about global learning. Others might be right here in the Center for Leadership Learning here on campus, a whole variety of those. So if this seems really overwhelming, you can navigate all of these by just going to our search tool. So what's nice about our search tool is you can select where in the world you want to go, or maybe here on campus. You can select whether you'd like to do an internship and research, or if you'd like to do something that's more volunteering and service learning. And then you can also select your subject area, and we divide it into about 8 or 10 different subject areas that include every major here on campus. And so you can select all these and it will filter for you and show you all the different opportunities that are according to your interest. So that's our Discover Programs tool, and those are the kind of programs we offer. The next thing I want to show you is under our Resources tab, and the first thing is scholarships and funding. And so in a similar way to this program search tool we also now have recently developed a scholarship search tool. So that's really exciting because that will allow you to look around for all kinds of different grants and scholarships and different funded resources to fund your global learning experience. So you'll see it looks very similar to the programs one. You can select the type of program you want to do, kind of like the other one, and then it will allow you to search by whether you're undergraduate or graduate, because some of these fellowships are available for PhD students or undergraduates, and it just kind of depends, as well as similar search tools, and it will give you all kinds of different scholarships and funding opportunities here. Also under resources, you'll find health and safety information, specifically when you're traveling abroad, access and diversity resources for students of various identities. You'll see maybe students of color, DACA, undocumented AB 540 students, students with disabilities, LGBT students, and transfer and reentry are what we are highlighting at this time. A GIS minor is a really fun way to let your future employers know that you are globally conscious. Maybe you're an engineering major or a biological sciences major, and the Global and International Studies minor is the opportunity to put on your diploma, look, I also am globally conscious. What's fun about this minor is it lets you pick a topic of your choice and of your interest, as long as it's somewhat internationally or globally themed, and you can take a variety of courses abroad or here on campus and kind of weave them into a crafted, independent, individual global and international studies minor. So definitely come check that out. We advise for that here in our office. After graduation lists some resources that maybe you're interested in doing after you're no longer a student. So this will have the Peace Corps, it will have being an au pair, it will have graduate school in other countries, teaching English abroad, just a variety of global opportunities after you finish your time here at UC Davis. Advisor resources are for academic advisors on campus, faculty for UC Davis faculty resources, and parent resources. Maybe you're watching this and your child is at UC Davis and thinking about going abroad and you have some questions. So that's where you can find things there. On campus, the main two things that I just want to point out here, because I know this video is going kind of long. The first one is the events calendar. And this is all the upcoming info sessions that our office offers about specific study abroad programs, about scholarships, about really interesting and fun professional development opportunities, all kinds of cool stuff. So we have a Gilman info session, that's a popular study abroad scholarship. We have a info session that teaches you about how to use Going Global, which is that Indeed style job and internship search engine for jobs all around the world. How do you do that well? We have info sessions for our Spain Quarter Abroad program coming up. Maybe you want to meet other interested students, meet the professor, wondering where am I going to live? What are we going to do? That's what these info sessions are for. And then lastly is our Global Learning Showcase. And I want to highlight that because that is something that I think if you're feeling very overwhelmed by the different opportunities available, this 1 week, the last week of October, the 26th to the 29th, we are going to be having a whole week, a whole series of variety of info sessions, panels, engaging programming all virtual, to kind of teach you about all the different programs that we offer. So we're going to have sessions on virtual programs, on internships, on what even is global learning. We're going to have panels about students that have been globally engaged at Davis and how that's been great for them. And so stay tuned on this particular webpage. We'll be updating it with the exact sessions later this month, as well as an ability to pre-register and learn more coming up soon. Lastly, under About, you'll find the Contact Us, and right now that's an important thing to do while we are all out of the office because of COVID-19. You'll find our phone number, our email, which is globallearning@ucdavis.edu, and very soon you'll see a Zoom link once the academic year starts where you can drop in to Zoom drop-in advising, just like you would as if our office were open. So that's it. Thanks so much, everyone, for listening to this brief tour of our website. I hope that that is helpful to you. And don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions at globallearning.ucdavis.edu.